I've got good news and bad news. The bad news is the Evil Covenant is back in Halo 2, and they're bent on destroying the Earth. The good news is we've got the scoop on every dirty trick you'll need to blow their brains out. So stick around and let's cheat together. Welcome to Cheat, the show that proves cheaters never win until they press up, up, left, left, and jump to enter God mode. This time, we're earning our wings, making sure you don't have to take an early dirt nap playing Halo 2. We captured Bungie insiders and tortured them with an energy sword till they dropped the dime on Halo's spruced up weaponry, hijackable vehicles, and Xbox Live capability. What's that? What's an energy sword? You need this show more than you think, my friend.
Master Chief gets some fresh rations for his return to the Xbox, including a family-sized can of whoop-ass. Help him serve it up to the Covenant and save Earthlings from extinction in the totally immersive, wicked-fast ramjet Halo 2.
Our goals were more about creating really memorable places. We wanted to make missions where you could really tell where you were and why it was important to be there. Well, we went through a lot of effort to make sure that every level has unique and special things about it.
With a fan base that makes Trekkies look blasé, Bungie could have slapped together any old sequel and still outsold its competition. But never content with even their best, they bumped up the graphics engine and poured on the texture mapping to make Halo 2 the coolest looking Xbox game ever. You'll love every pixel of the game's fancy new look, especially when you get your hands on new marine weapons like the battle rifle, SMG, and a retooled Magnum pistol. Of course, the Covenant bad boys have some new iron too, including the carbine, beam rifle, fuel rod cannon, brute shot, and I gotta get me one of these, the energy sword. Also notice cool new abilities like dual-wielding weapons, which can make for some devastating combo moves. And if you like the look of that ghost your enemy's riding, take it. You can also hijack vehicles this time out. Have the Bungie boys been playing GTA on their break time? Of course, love is nothing till you give it away, which is why Halo 2 is Xbox Live enabled.
We built our Xbox Live component as a system-linked game. So we have this system called Party Invites, where you can send a party invite to up to 16 friends, and they join together as one cohesive unit, almost like one player. And they can move around on Xbox Live and play other teams. If you want to go check your statistics, if you want to go look at your clan, if you want to set up clan events, if you want to find out what's going on with the game, if you want to look at maps of the game you played last night and find out where you were killed, you can go to bungie.net to do that. You can find out detailed statistics about yourself and anyone you ever played. It's going to be a massive part of the game going forward.
You ever notice that old school guys like James Bond only use one gun, whereas new action stars use two? I guess it's because 007's enemies try to fight him with their stupid razor hats, while more futuristic foes tend to tear it up with dueling plasma guns. Anyway, in the always cutting-edge Halo 2, you're invited to double your pleasure by dual-wielding certain select weapons. Check it out.
You know the old saying, it's not the size of your weapon, but how many of them you have that matters, or something like that. The point is, you're now twice as deadly thanks to Halo 2's dual-wield weapons feature. First off, not all weapons can be dual-wielded. Only the plasma pistol, plasma rifle, needler, SMG, and Magnum pistol work together in combination. But do the math, that's still plenty of punch. Learning which combos to bust out when is half the game. When combining weapons, consider the different properties. An energy weapon like the plasma rifle works well when coupled with the SMG, which can pepper your target with explosive projectiles. Going up against an elite, knock out his shields with the plasma burst and then make him dance with a little SMG fire. The plasma pistol is another handy piece of ordnance, especially at close range. Charge it up and use it as you would the plasma rifle. Then finish the job with either the Magnum pistol or the SMG. What's that? You say your Magnum's empty and you left your SMG in the ladies' room? Never fear, whip out the Needler. It's a great projectile weapon in a pinch, unleashing a volley of smart homing needles. Just make sure to keep a lock while you're firing, and the little stingers will do the rest. Okay, Covenant, you ready for a piece of this?
Stay with the Master Chief. He'll know what to do.
Okay, you dirty cheaters. Time to recharge your energy shields and reload your needlers. Or just grab the last snack pack from the fridge before your brother eats it. Whatever you do in your downtime, hurry back, because next up, we're going to walk you through some deadly levels and reveal the location of Halo's ultimate weapon.
Go to GameTap, where you can play hundreds of the greatest video games from the greatest systems right from your broadband-connected PC. You can play everything from arcade hits like Pac-Man and Sonic to modern favorites like Tomb Raider, Splinter Cell, and more. There are over 400 games, with new ones added each week. And if you sign up today, you'll get 2 weeks free. There's no long-term commitment required. And GameTap takes you beyond the games with funny and original shows you can watch whenever you want.
Oh, great. What? I hate level 3.
In seconds, you can be dodging missiles, fighting aliens, and who knows what else. Play now at GameTap and experience the new world of video games. GameTap. Expand your playground. Play now and get 2 weeks free at GameTap.com/now. Some games rated E to T, not all games rated by the ESRB.
Welcome back to Cheat, the show where you're losing only until your opponent looks away. We're taking you through Halo 2, and next you'll find out how to turn more coats than Benedict Arnold by playing as either the Human or the Covenant. You know, I've been dying to see what goes on in those steamy Covenant shower rooms after a firefight. So send me your pictures from your camera phone, okay?
Sick of saving your fellow man from destruction? Switch sides and play as a Covenant elite in Halo 2. In the Oracle mission, you are the Arbiter,
What would you have your Arbiter do?
a disgraced elite who is blamed for Halo's destruction. The Prophets dispatch you to a mining facility to kill the heretic leader. In the first laboratory, you'll meet the heretic leader, but only in a holographic form.
I wondered who the Prophets would send to silence me.
And soon after, you'll be reintroduced to the pesky Floods. Clear out the Floods in the lab and move on to the elevator. In this section, your goal is to basically stay alive until the elevator reaches the bottom floor. Here, the Sentinels will be trying to kill the Floods and all foreign organisms. That means you. Take them down when you have a chance, and use their Sentinel beams on the Floods as well. The best weapon to fight off the Floods is the Energy Sword. Use it against the combat forms, and it will leave nothing for the infection forms to bring back to life. Once you reach the bottom, continue until you reach the second laboratory. There will be a small group of heretics fighting the Floods, so just let them kill each other. Once it's quiet, jump down and clean up the place. The doors to get out of the lab won't open up until all the Floods are eliminated. It doesn't get any easier as a small group of heretics will storm the lab, but a couple of well-placed plasma grenades should clear your way. Make your way across the bridge and eventually into a large hall. Here you'll find the heretic leader, but that coward is hiding behind an energy screen.
This will save me from the storm, but you will be consumed. We shall force him out. How? The cable. I'm going to cut it.
Work your way up to the elevator and engage in combat only when necessary. Once you reach the top, cut the cables from the 3 corners. Once the mining facility begins its free fall, head back down and chase the heretic. After flying your Banshee to the next station, the only thing that separates you and the heretic leader is the Flood. Make your way through the blue-colored doors and up the ramps. When you reach the hangar, prepare for a showdown.
Arbiter, I would rather die by your hand than let the Prophets lead me to slaughter.
He'll create 2 holograms of himself, but you'll only need to kill the real one to finish the mission. A frontal assault here means instant death, as you'll be outmanned and outgunned. Use cover when possible, and use the Energy Sword's lunge attack to knock down his shield and finish him off.
I had no choice, Holy Oracle. This heretic imperiled the great journey.
Scarab Gun. It just sounds badass, doesn't it? Well, if you want to test drive the universe's ultimate tail toaster, get your pen ready. There's only one way to find the game's most powerful weapon, but be warned, this is no walkthrough in the park.
For a limited time, get the amazing Scarab Gun. It slices, it dices, it gets rid of unsightly nose hair, and still blows your enemies halfway to hell.
See this look? It's terror!
Now, how much would you pay? But wait, this amazing Covenant weapon can be yours free if you follow our secret pathway.
We've all run the simulations. They're tough, but they ain't invincible.
Start off on the Metropolis level and eliminate the Marines that board the Scorpion. You'll be glad you did. Cross the bridge as you normally would and destroy all the ghosts and wraiths that you encounter. When more Marines join the fight, though they are your own guys, take them out as well before reaching the end of the bridge. Then, take out the Banshees that attack you, but leave one in the air. Also, make sure to hijack a ghost before entering the tunnel. Lure the Banshee into the tunnel by shooting it periodically to keep it interested. When you reach the first barriers, take out the Warthog and the Marines, or they'll destroy the Banshee. Continue to lure the Banshee past the second barrier and eliminate any Covenant resistance. You'll notice the Banshee will get stuck in corners repeatedly. The best way to get it out of the corners is to stand behind it and walk backwards until it retargets you. This will save a lot of frustration. The hardest part of the whole process is to lure the Banshee into the small tunnel. And through trial and error, you should have the Banshee in this position. This is the part where you will either succeed or cry and start over. When you see loading done, immediately board the Banshee. If you inadvertently trigger it without boarding, then the Banshee will disappear and you'll have to start over. But if you're able to board it, then pat yourself on the back. You've done it. Navigate it out of the tunnel and fly toward the twin bridges. In the middle of the first bridge, you will see an orange cone, your holy grail. Swap it out or dual wield it. You now have the most powerful weapon in the game, the Scarab Gun. Special delivery for the Covenant, and it ain't no candygram.
Hey, whoa, put the Scarab Gun down. It's me, okay? Trying to give a girl a heart attack? I was gonna tell you how to find a bunch of human skulls, but I think I need a minute here now after having my life threatened. Watch these commercials. Can I get some water over here?
In news that's rocking the music world, rapper Proof was shot and killed. The member of Eminem's D12 crew was gunned down outside a bar on Detroit's famous 8 Mile Road. Proof's real name was Deshaun Hilton, and he was the inspiration for Mekhi Phifer's character in 8 Mile. International soccer superstar David Beckham could be headed for the United States. Mr. Posh Spice hints that he may sign with a U.S. team after his contract with Real Madrid expires next year. And finally, in a first for the Emmy Awards people, nominations for online and mobile content have just been announced. Major networks, productions like MTV's Stand-In and Fox's cell phone series 24 Conspiracy did top the list, but smaller shows like It's Jerry Time also got the nod. All right, guys, that's all you're getting from me. For more on today's top stories, visit g4tv.com/thefeed.
Welcome back. Sorry about that, you just freaked me out a little bit. Anyway, on a lighter note, is there anything more amusing than watching two rival parties of the same species blow the crap out of each other with plasma and needle guns until they're just smoking needly corpses? I didn't think so. Luckily, that's just what you get to do in the next level of the game, the Grave Mind.
What is that?
I am a monument to all your sins.
Ever wonder what happened to Audrey 2 from the Little Shop of Horrors? Well, he spawned himself into the future as a self-proclaimed bad weed with an orb that sounds a lot like C-3PO.
Greetings. I am 2401. I am the monitor of Installation 05.
We received a reviewer request from Master Chief JR1 for tips on how to complete the mission Gravemind.
Kill the demon.
Once you start the mission, there will be 2 honor guard brutes in the chamber. The quickest way to take these big monkeys down is to hit them constantly with the needler weapon, so it creates an explosion. Once you kill a brute, the other one will go into a berserk rage.
They don't have shield generator. It's berserking.
He'll begin his charge attacks, so jump out of the way when he gets near you and repeat your offensive attacks. Eventually, your attacks will bring him down. Take their plasma rifles and get ready for the next wave of enemies.
Truth is moving through the lower levels of the tower. I'll reverse this grav lift.
As you make your way down the corridors, take full advantage of all the corners and doors around you. Playing hide-and-go-seek with the Covenant will shield you from any further attacks, giving you enough time to regenerate your shield to full strength. Now finish off the rest of the enemies and make your way down to the next level.
Here, Chief, jump in.
Here, Cortana orders you to free Marines held captive by the Covenant in the lower levels.
I'll zero their location. You neutralize the guards.
Take out the big brute in front of you and take shelter anywhere safe to regenerate your health. Take out the rest of the jackals and grunts in the area and free the captive Marines in these cells. Once you free the second wave of Marines in these holding cells, make your way back up the grav shaft to the next area. The same cast of characters will appear in this area and are easily killed until you meet the hunters. You can try to take out these body-armored aliens, but that'll just get you killed faster. Make like the Flash and just run right past them, and the hunters won't even get a shot off. Hit your next checkpoint and move on. Once outside, you'll find a battle raging between the Covenant and the Heretics. It's a good strategy to stay out of their way, because eventually they'll kill each other off. Take out whoever is left and move on to the next stage. The place is now crawling with enemies from both sides looking to take you out. Take refuge in any corner or corridor to keep yourself alive, and stock up on any weapons the enemy leaves behind. Fight your way through, and you'll make contact with Cortana, who will give you more information about the Prophet of Truth.
I'm picking up 2 more transponders. It's the Commander and Johnson. They're closing on Truth's position, Chief. They'll need your help.
Congratulations! Mission complete. Make your way across the bridge behind the mausoleum to finish your objective and to rendezvous with Johnson and the Commander, who have now been taken prisoner by the Covenant.
Next up, you'll learn where to find Halo 2's nifty collection of skulls. Why do you want skulls? Hello, to drink the blood of the vanquished out of. Am I talking to myself here? Actually, they make Legendary mode even harder.
Throughout every mission, there are secret Easter eggs in the shape of human skulls that can change the physics of the game, like the Sputnik, which will send your enemies back to their home planet. And if you look closely at one of them, you can see strange numbers on the back of their heads. Most of the skulls in the game are only accessible when played on Legendary, but the blind skull can be found on any difficulty mode. Begin the mission outskirts by heading towards the hallway with the flashing light. Once inside, turn right and look up. Jump towards the halogen light, then turn right and crouch jump to the rooftop. Make a left and you'll find the blind skull at the end of the passageway. Once you pick it up, it'll make your HUD and yourself disappear, making it a lot more difficult to target the enemies. The next skull can be found in the beginning of the Armory mission. When the Sarge appears, don't get in the elevator quite yet. Wait for him to say this line.
Would it help if I said please?
Now get in and take the elevator up. When you get to the tram station, walk to the opposite side of the doors and press up while holding down the X button. The skull will be on a stack of green crates near the end of the ride. Once you pick it up, the skull will make the Covenant more aware of your location, making them the champions of hide-and-go-seek. There are plenty more skulls to be dug up, so send us an email to cheat@g4tv.com to let us know which ones you find, and we'll add them to our cheat sheet master database.
I don't know about you, but all those skulls are making me hungry. Hang out here a minute while I go shoplift some munchies and a strawberry milk. When I get back, I'll show you the game's greatest glitches and give you a peek at the big boss.
If you will give me some time.
G4 coming to you live from E3.
Believe it or not, I'm watching E3. I never thought I'd get in so easily. Watching G4 in my beat-up chair. What will I see? Believe it or not, it's E3.
Live coverage of E306 coming in May, only on G4.
Why, you no good, low-down, dirty, yellow, cheating scum. Welcome back. If there's one thing I love, it's taking advantage of the weak. That's why I'm so psyched about this segment, which will show you how to manipulate the flawed fabric of the game itself via its glitches.
In Halo 2, fragging your friends over and over in multiplayer mode can get kind of boring. Good thing there are cool glitches to wipe away the boredom. To make Master Chief fly faster than a speeding bullet, select any level where there's a Warthog and Banshee vehicle. Line up the passenger side of the Warthog to the back end of the Banshee. Get in the passenger side of the Warthog and lock on to the other player by pressing the right trigger. Once you've locked on, have the other player fly as far away as possible in the Banshee ship. When you get out of the Warthog, you'll immediately fly towards the other player. Now properly thank your friend for giving you a copy of Superman 4 for your birthday. Also, create an aerial ballet with the Scorpion tank as you launch it into the air with the greatest of ease. In the mission Delta Halo, destroy the shield generators on the ground and park the tank over them. When the shield regenerates, it'll send the Scorpion a mile high. Ever wondered how hard Master Chief's head is? Well, take your plasma swords and have one player jump on top of the other player's head. While targeting the top player, have the bottom player repeatedly press the X button and the right trigger, as the top player jumps up and down. If done correctly, you'll be able to reach new heights.
Okay, now I'm going to spoil the whole game for you. God, I'm so happy. At the request of my very favorite viewer, you know, what's his face, the guy with the shirt? Yeah. I'm going to show you the last level of the game. No, seriously. So if it destroys any semblance of joy you could have taken in playing Halo 2, please blame him.
Our long voyage is at an end as we answer another viewer request. Rocco E is looking for hints and strategies to defeat the final boss, Tartarus, in the mission The Great Journey. Here, you'll play as the Arbiter as he tries to stop the Halo from being activated. Most of the objectives in this mission are relatively simple as you jump from one vehicle to another to find him.
The hunters have come to our aid, Arbiter. They will fight by our side.
Stay close behind these hunters and use them as your 400-pound linebackers. They'll open up holes in the enemy's defensive line, giving you a clear path to the goal line. You'll find your toughest challenge in the objective Delusions and Grandeur. Only an army of brutes stand between you and 50 hours of self-imposed seclusion. The best strategy to pacify these primates is to use your plasma grenades and sword. Throw the grenades at the brutes so they stick to them, giving you a sure victory, and wield your sword for closer combat.
Put down the icon. Put it down and disobey the Hierarchs? There are things about Halo even the Hierarchs do not understand.
In this final battle, the Arbiter is aided by Johnson and other elites loyal to him. Tartarus is surrounded by a force shield that protects him from any attacks, and he also wields a large hammer that'll inflict a lot of damage on you, so keep your distance. Stand back and let your allies take down his shield. Only after a melee of offensive attacks will Tartarus' shield finally come down, making him vulnerable to any weapon for a few seconds. Stay in visual contact with him and watch for his shield to dissipate, and eventually you'll bring down the Covenant's captain.
Quick, while his shield is down!
We've got a new contact! Unknown classification! One of ours. Take it out.
This is Spartan 117.
Can anyone hear me? Over.
Isolate that signal. Master Chief, you mind telling me what you're doing on that ship?
Sir, finishing this fight.
All right, my felonious friends, we've crib noted our way through another episode and didn't get caught. Remember, if you run into a roadblock in your favorite game, don't whip your console through the TV. And whatever you do, don't practice. Instead, visit the message boards at g4tv.com/cheat or send an email to cheat@g4tv.com and we'll help you out. For a recap of everything you've seen today, check out the Cheat Sheet Master Database. Until next time, I'm Kristin Holt, and I'm a cheater.